Bombay, 1959. The air hung heavy with the scent of jasmine and the promise of monsoon. Sea breezes whispered tales of a city on the cusp of change. Yet beneath the surface, darkness stirred. A scandal was about to break, one that would fracture the city's facade. On a day much like any other, the silence of a stately Malabar Hill apartment building was shattered. 3 gunshots echoed through the corridors, each one a nail hammered into the coffin of a seemingly perfect life. The echoes faded, leaving behind a chilling silence. A hush fell over the city as news of the crime spread like wildfire. The stage was set for a trial that would grip the nation, a story of love, betrayal, and the unpredictable nature of human passion. Headlines screamed of the scandal, capturing the imagination of every citizen. The police launched an investigation, peeling back layers of secrets and lies. Courtroom sketches depicted the drama that unfolded, each stroke telling a tale of its own. The public watched with bated breath, each day bringing new revelations and twists. As the sun set over Bombay, the city braced itself for the next chapter in this gripping saga. Kawas Nanavati, a proud Parsi and a decorated naval commander, was the very picture of respectability. His life revolved around duty, honor, and the unwavering love for his family. His wife Sylvia was the epitome of grace and elegance, a devoted wife and a loving mother to their 3 children. Together, they were the embodiment of a perfect life.
Enter Prem Ahuja, a dashing businessman known for his charm and charisma. A man of the world, he exuded an air of confidence that drew people to him. His life was a whirlwind of parties and business deals, a stark contrast to the structured world of the Nanavatis.
Ahuja was a man who lived for the moment, his desires as vast and unpredictable as the Arabian Sea. Their paths crossed in the social circles of cosmopolitan Bombay. It began innocently, a chance meeting, a shared laugh. The attraction, however, was undeniable, an intoxicating elixir that blurred the lines of morality and consequence.
Sylvia, trapped in a loveless marriage, found solace in Ahuja's arms. Their secret meetings became more frequent, each encounter deepening the bond between them. Sylvia was torn between her duty as a wife and mother and her desire for a life filled with passion and excitement. Ahuja, on the other hand, was ready to risk it all for the woman he had come to love deeply. The affair, shrouded in secrecy, became a dangerous dance between passion and deceit. Sylvia, torn between her love for Ahuja and her loyalty to her family, found herself caught in a web of her own making. The guilt gnawed at her, the fear of discovery a constant shadow. She was trapped in a cycle of emotional turmoil, yet she was powerless to resist the allure of their forbidden love, a love that defied societal norms and expectations.
Ahuja, accustomed to getting what he desired, seemed undeterred by the risks. His confidence was unshakable. He reveled in the thrill of the forbidden, the excitement of living on the edge. Whispers of their affair began to circulate within their social circles, spreading like wildfire.
One fateful day, Sylvia, consumed by guilt and fear, confessed her infidelity to her husband. Her voice trembled as she spoke. The revelation hit Kawas Nanavati like a physical blow, leaving him in a state of shock and disbelief.
The events of that fateful afternoon remain etched in the annals of Indian criminal history. Consumed by a cocktail of rage and betrayal, Nanavati sought out Ahuja, driven by a thirst for answers. He confronted Ahuja at his apartment, the air thick with tension. The confrontation escalated rapidly. Time seemed to stand still as the argument reached its peak.
3 shots rang out, piercing the silence of the afternoon. Prem Ahuja lay dead.
Nanavati, his face a mask of shock and disbelief, stood frozen, the smoking gun a testament to the irreversible act he had just committed. The news of the shooting spread like wildfire through the city, igniting a firestorm of speculation and intrigue. Society was divided. The lines between justice and revenge blurred, the city holding its breath as the wheels of justice began to turn. The entire nation watched, captivated by the unfolding drama as the trial of the century began. The Nanavati trial was more than just a legal proceeding. It was a public spectacle. The courtroom became a stage, the lawyers, the actors in a real-life courtroom drama. The eyes of the nation were glued to the unfolding narrative.
The prosecution, led by the formidable Y.V. Chandrachud, argued that Nanavati's actions were premeditated. They painted him as a man driven by ego and possessiveness. Meanwhile, the defense, spearheaded by the renowned lawyer Karl Kandalavala, presented a different narrative. We argued that Nanavati, driven to temporary insanity by his wife's infidelity, had acted in the heat of the moment.
The trial became a battle of legal titans, each side presenting their case with eloquence and precision. The courtroom, usually a place of sterile formality, throbbed with an electric energy. Every day, throngs of people gathered outside, eager for a glimpse of the players in this real-life drama. The air crackled with anticipation as lawyers sparred, their words shaping public opinion and fueling the flames of debate.
Sylvia, once the epitome of grace, now found herself subjected to the harsh scrutiny of the public eye. On the stand, I recounted my affair with Ahuja, my words dissected and analyzed for any hint of deceit.
The trial became a platform for societal dissection.
The Nanavati case was no longer just about a crime. It had morphed into a referendum on morality. After weeks of intense legal battles and emotional testimonies, the jury delivered their verdict, guilty. Kawas Nanavati, the decorated naval officer, was now a convicted murderer. The courtroom fell silent. The verdict sent shockwaves through the nation.
The verdict, however, was just the beginning of the story.
Public outcry, fueled by sympathy for Nanavati, reached fever pitch. The governor of Bombay, Vijayalakshmi Pandit, eventually pardoned Nanavati, a decision that sparked both celebration and outrage. The Nanavati case exposed the fault lines in Indian society, the clash between tradition and modernity. The Nanavati case was more than a scandalous trial. It was a watershed moment in Indian history.
The case ignited debates about the role of law, the influence of media, and the often blurred lines between justice and public opinion. The trial also brought to light the plight of women in a patriarchal society.
Sylvia Nanavati, despite being a victim of adultery, found herself judged and vilified. Her story highlighted the societal double standards that often trapped women in unhappy marriages.
The Nanavati case was a mirror reflecting the changing face of India. It sparked conversations, challenged norms, and forced people to confront their own prejudices.
The echoes of the Nanavati case reverberate even today. The case became a legal precedent, leading to the abolishment of the jury system in India.
It highlighted the power of public opinion and its potential to influence legal outcomes.
The case continues to fascinate, its story retold through books, films, and documentaries.
The Nanavati case remains a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of the fragility of human emotions. The case also serves as a reminder of the power of storytelling. The Nanavati trial transcended the confines of the courtroom. It seeped into the collective consciousness of a nation, becoming a shared narrative.
The Nanavati case, with its potent blend of scandal, passion, and tragedy, continues to captivate our collective imagination. Why? Perhaps it is the universal themes that lie at its heart: love, betrayal, revenge, and the age-old quest for justice. The case, despite being rooted in a specific time and place, transcends cultural boundaries. Or perhaps it is the characters themselves that continue to intrigue us. Kawas Nanavati, the flawed hero, driven to a desperate act. Sylvia, caught in the crossfire of her own desires. Prem Ahuja, the enigmatic figure whose life and death ignited a firestorm. The Nanavati case is a story that refuses to be confined to the past, continuing to generate debate and raise questions about morality, justice, and society.